The skip is starting to roll. Come on in. I'm on 28 right now. How about a DX land? How about a DX land 612 west coast of Canada? 612 skip junkie waving. Bring it back, man. Come on in, guys. How about a DX land? How about a DX land 612 North Pacific? 612 North Pacific skip junkie reading the mail. One contact in New Jersey, and that was about it. A couple other smaller ones, nothing spectacular. I was more fishing for skip. So, how about it, skip land? How about it, skip land 612 west coast of Canada, reading the mail. Your Apple Shack in there, New York, he's coming in real good.
I think I'll be enjoying the southeast skip right now. I got a little guy coming in every day. But you sound real good, man. Have a good day. Good health.
How about a 152 Apple Shack? How about a 152 Apple Shack, 612 west coast of Canada, listening. Mother Nature's not on my side today, though, man. Beautiful day out here, too. It's just absolutely gorgeous on the islands. Blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. It is about 54 degrees out. And current time is 5:40 p.m. Pacific time. How about a DX land? How about a DX land 612 west coast of Canada? Oh, there's a bald eagle right there. Wow. How about a DX land 612 west coast of Canada? Break.
I appreciate it. I'm sit back and let the band roll. You know who? The Apple Shack. I'm below Syracuse. I'm in the backwoods.
He's definitely on my gates. Apple Shack. I've had him talk to him before. How about an Apple Shack? How about an Apple Shack 612 west coast of Canada? We're trying. It's the worst when Mother Nature's not on your side, huh? You can hear them, and they can't hear you. It's pretty quiet everywhere except, channel 6. $28. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? You copy 612 west coast of Canada? 612 on the west coast of Canada. We're reading the mail. Anyway, guys, I got my new microphone here, and unfortunately, it comes with a plug. It comes with a plug that doesn't match any of my radios. So this is the static 878 DM. I like static mics. So it's preamp, volume control on the bottom. But like I say, this is, I think, wired for a Cobra. I got RCI radios and realistic, so it ain't going to fit any of mine. So I had to get an adapter so I can hook up to my RCI. I really want an adapter. If you know where I can get an adapter to fit that pattern so it adapts to a realistic, if you guys know where I can get an adapter for that, please let me know. It's driving me crazy. I couldn't find an adapter for that anywhere. Not for realistic. I can only find it for my RCI. Right? So that's what I'm looking for. That to adapt to a realistic.
I'm sure I messed up other people's. You just got to kind of get where you can fit in, get in, get out. You must be coming right over the corner down here, Big Pack, because we're over 30 dB and I'm feeling the sun do listening to this great station coming here tonight. So you're way good. Showing you co-action, you're way good. Carry on with your QSO. Mid-second, 505. Thank you, 505. Hear me out there. 28, man. Everyone's able to talk and it's quick in and quick out. Love it. This shack is sitting back. You own the West Coast. You own them. They had you in 40, 50 DVDs. You had the magical Mother Nature of your station. Hey, who's your free box? You, man, did you own that West Coast the other day? 152, I'm just kidding.
How about a DX land? How about a DX land 612 West Coast to Canada break? How about a skip land? How about a skip land 612 on the West Coast of Canada? 612 on the West Coast of Canada breaking. We're listening. How about a DX land? How about a DX land 612? 612 skip junkie reading the mail. Okay, who's in there? We got one watcher. Ready to go get my dinner.
Got some big dogs in there, Wisconsin, so I'm going to just tell you that you're making a good trip here, but we're in and we're out. It's a busy night. 152 in the shack. Yeah, I hear you, man. You got me laid up here. Go ahead. Hour, I'll see you. Approaching 40. Johnny.
What do we got in there? We have, hey, how's it going? Sorry, man, I'm just eating my dinner. It's dinner time here where we live. Skip just started rolling in about an hour ago, but really it seems to be only on one channel, on channel 28. And it's not very good. Pretty quiet all over. Not good conditions today. Not good conditions today. Well, thanks for following, man. Falls Draw. Whereabouts are you? We're out here in the Gulf Islands, off the in the North Pacific. So, not a big CB skipper. Yeah, I've always been a skipper. That's the only reason I actually got into radio was actually to shoot skip. Believe it or not, that was 45 years ago, man. So I've been shooting skip for a long time. Oh, you're from Quebec? Cool. I talked to a lot of stations in Quebec over the years. I'm eating curry. I made curried buttered chicken. It's actually pretty good with rice. Anyway, conditions aren't the greatest today right now. You're a ham radio operator. Cool. Well, these are ham radios, except I have 11 meter band in them. So I talk on 11 meter band. But I do have a lot of friends that are actually into ham radio here on our island. Believe it or not, there's a lot of ham operators here on our island. Basically, when you're talking on a ham radio, amateur radio, most of it is skip, right? You probably rarely talk local on a ham radio. Somebody coming in right there. Cool. What type of radio do you have? Some pretty nice radios out there. And what type of antenna? Or you probably would call it DX. Well, I call it DX too, right? But what bands do you talk on? Are you like 2 meter, talk on 20 meter, or maybe you have all of them, right? This radio here, this RCI 2980WX, has a lot of frequencies in it. Same with the RCI 2970DX. I actually have another, the radio in my truck also goes up into 10 meter, but I can't talk up there. I can talk on the free band, but I can't talk any on the ham bands. Back when I was a teenager, when I was around, back around 1980, 81, I was, actually studying for my ham ticket, and I just kind of fell to the wayside because I got busy doing other things, but I was actually studying for it way back then. Made so many times. Oh, cool. Right on. So you probably ran Yagis, dipoles, tribanders, whatever. France, Spain, contact. Cool. On the freebound. Awesome. We're just not getting Europe in here. I haven't heard Europe in here for a long time. I do have video gates I shot years ago of me working European stations on my Antron 99. And I've worked a lot of European stations, even on my super penetrator. I used to have a high gain super penetrator. So we used to work Europe on that when the propagation was right. That's pretty good. France is a good contact. For us, that's a long way. You probably even talk to people on our island. Yeah, we've had, it's been really good, but the last week has been actually pretty quiet. There's skip in there, but it's not very good. It's kind of like this, or I'm kind of fishing for it, Let's see. No, it's kind of crappy. like Honolulu's in there right now on channel 11. Kenwood's great radios, man. Love Kenwood's. It's nice when sounds like Hawaii's in there. Cool. That's pretty awesome. And that's a good contact, bud. Let's see if I can get this guy. York. How about at 575 New York? 612 West Coast to Canada break. How about at 575 New York? How about at 575 New York? 612 West Coast to Canada, reading the mail. Just Mother Nature is not on my side today. I did make a few kind of Mickey Mouse contacts, but nothing exciting. My best CB, that's a good CB contact, man. That is actually a really awesome contact. I mean, anywhere in North America or anywhere in Europe or in the South Pacific from Canada, I think is a great contact. Here, we get a lot of South Pacific stuff, Australia, Tasmania, New Zealand, and lots of Central Pacific. We get lots of Hawaii. I think it's been about 9 years since I actually talked to Europe. Maybe 10 years, something like that. That's a good contact. Let me see if I can get to some of these guys. How about a DX LAN? How about a DX LAN? 612 West Coast to Canada. 612 West Coast to Canada listening. So the radio I'm talking on right now is a RCI 2970 DX. AM, it puts out about 40 watts or so. And it's on an Antron 99, and I'm running a handheld D104. Preamp. Oh, that's the one I've always wanted. That is the beam I'm still looking for. The Archer, the 3-element Radio Shack beam, man. I remember when they used to sell those at the store at Radio Shack back in the day. Those are awesome. And I would flip it on the flat side. That's the beam I want for sure. That's on my list. It's always been on my list. And I never did get one. I used to run a 2-element quad. I used to run a high gain eliminator 2 quad. Back in the 70s, I had a V quad too, full quad. Those are great beams, man. You got a good deal. $25. You scored, man. I'm envious. That is an awesome antenna. It's got the gamma match on it. Really easy to match up. You know, back in the day, back around 1980, 81, I had a friend that had one of those that lived west of me when I lived south of Vancouver, and he had it up 75 feet, 72 to 75 foot on a tower. He used to talk. Well, yeah. But mine was only a 2-element quad. It was a 2-element high gain eliminator 2 quad. It had about the dimensions as a PDL2. And it worked really good for the skip. I had it up 36 feet on a tower. So 30 feet of tower with 6 feet of mast. It was up one wavelength. And I used to run it with my old TRC 458, some of my other radios. I still have the 458s. Quads are good antennas. But you know what? I would not complain. I would not complain with a 3-element Radio Shack beam Yagi, man. Those are great antennas. You're lucky to have that. That's old school. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, that's a good contact on an Antron. My Antron is about 20 feet off the ground, and my IMAX 2000 is probably a little bit more than 25 feet off the ground, and up a little bit higher is my Sigma Venom antenna. See if I can get back to some of these guys. Let me try. How about at Apple Shack 152, New York? How about at Apple Shack 152, New York? 612 Skip Junkie. 612 North Pacific. We're waving. How about at Apple Shack? New York? 612 Skip Junkie. 612 Skip Junkie, North Pacific, waving. Bad. Mother Nature's not on my side. Bummer. Not on my side. That's cool, man. You know what? I'll tell you something. My Antron gets out better lower than it did when it was higher. I used to have it up probably 80 feet in a tree, and it gets out better lower, believe it or not. Cool. Dipole, level, spike, wet ground, had a good takeoff. That's cool. I have a dipole here, but I don't have it up anymore. It's sitting right beside me. Hanging right here. Here's the connector for it. Right there where you plug the coax in. So I have 3 antennas up right now. But that's a good contact with an Antron, man. Very good contact. Proud of yourself for that one. That's great. You should shoot a video gate of it. Next time you make a contact like that. Mm-hmm. A lot of Ontario usually comes in here with the skip. Quebec, not so much, but we do talk there. I'm guessing you guys are closer to Europe than we are. A DX LAN. How about a DX LAN? 612 West Coast of Canada listening. Need more power. I don't want to run power on here, though. With AM skip shooting, I like to do it as least power as possible. It's a challenge. I do have power here. I have 0.5 kilowatt and 350 watts there, but you know what? I refuse to use it when I'm shooting AM skip. Do you follow the sun forecast? Yes. You mean the sunspots? I don't follow it. I just kind of hear it from others, but I don't actually follow it. No. But I know propagation works on the cycle, the sun. You know, I remember back in the 1970s, you turn on the radio in the morning, and early in the morning, skip would be coming in. I'd get the European stuff coming in, and then that would fade out. And then, say, around 8 a.m., then you start to hear the U.S. skip coming in, the southeastern states, eastern states, sometimes California, whatever, and it would run till late at night. So that when the U.S. skip started to fade out in the early evening, then the South Pacific propagation would come in, and then it was Japan. Nothing but Japan, solid till about 10 o'clock at night. Cool. Yeah. It's good. Especially if you're into shooting skip. It is nice to know when the next cycles are going to be, when it's going to be strong or when it's going to be weak. So the last week, it's been pretty weak here. I have been working skip, but I've been, lots of Japan. I've talked there before. I've talked to tons Australia. Japan on CB. You betcha, man. Lots of times. It was nonstop Japanese stuff. Matter of fact, my friend with his 3-element Yagi, Radio Shack Yagi used to talk to Japan a lot when he could get an English-speaking person in Japan. Most of them didn't speak English, but it would come in all the time, Japan. Every evening. It was actually kind of annoying after a while because they'd be coming in at 9, 10 S units, 20 over, and just booming in here. And that was probably, like I say, early 80s, 1980, 81. It was lots of Japan coming in. Evening skip. I've talked to her a few times. Yeah, but you are on the West Coast. I would like to try. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast. That's right. We're on the We're out in an island in the Pacific Ocean. We are out in the Pacific Ocean on an island. So maybe it helps a bit for getting to, like, you're probably closer to Europe than we are. That's why you're going to get Europe over us. But we always get Australia. We get lots of New Zealand, Tasmania, And Hawaii, tons of Hawaii. Aloha, Garrett. How's it going, buddy? I'll let you know when I get my new license plate coming in. I ordered a new Hawaiian license plate. Well, actually, an old one. Going good out here in the Canadian jungle. You see the latest? You see the latest video I uploaded just about an hour ago of the Hawaiian flag blowing in the wind. Yeah, it's going good, man. Going good. Hope everything's good in Hawaii. I can't wait to go back there again. I'm good. Good to see you, Garrett. Hey, Garrett, do you have a radio? Do you have a radio out there? If you do, we could talk sometime. It'd be kind of fun. I talk to a lot of Hawaiian stations that you've probably seen here on my video gates, right? Lots of Hawaiian stations. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. It is Mother's Day. So anyway, how's the weather out in Hawaii right now? I'm sure it's just balmy and palmy. Here, it's about 54 degrees, blue sky and sunshine. It's hard to see, but the sun's shining through the window there. I'm going to try to get back to this guy. Let's try to get back to him. How about a DX land? How about a DX land? 612 west coast of Canada. 612 west coast of Canada. Break. Anyway, it was a good day today here for Mother's Day. My wife and her daughter went for a walk. They just got back from a nice walk. Not really, but the weather service has a radio. Okay, cool. Right on. Well, that's awesome. I do have a weather radio here too, believe it or not. I've had it for years. And anyway, hope your mom's doing okay because it is Mother's Day. So we wish her, if your mom's still around, happy Mother's Day. My wife and her daughter, like I say, just got back for a nice walk. They walked the dog through a park along the creek. And then wife and I went out for a lunch today. So that's how she spent her Mother's Day. We went out. I bought her some chicken wings and I had a couple slices of pizza. And she was nice enough to give me a couple of chicken wings, which was nice. The little hot wings, if you like hot wings, they're really good. Anyway, weather radio is important to listen to too, especially if you got a hurricane coming towards the Hawaiian Islands. You want to know that, right? And once in a while, every so often, the Hawaiian Islands could be subject to hit by a hurricane. I think the last big one, really big one, was 1992 Hurricane Aniki. It hammered the island of Kauai. And I had a friend that was visiting there at that time, and he actually videotaped it as he was hiding in behind a building there and made a real mess of Kauai. Hurricane Aniki, 1992. It was all over the news. And like I said, I had a buddy that was visiting during that hurricane. Pretty scary stuff, man. I think Hawaii's starting to come in right now. I think Hawaii's coming in. How about it, Hawaiian Islands? How about it, Hawaiian Islands, Central Pacific? How about it, Central Pacific? 612 west coast of Canada. 612 North Pacific, waving. Good to have you guys in there. How about it 575? How about it 575? 612 west coast of Canada, North Pacific, women. Not a good day for Skip, guys. I'm on 27085 AM. 27085. I'm on AM. I'm shooting AM Skip right now. My radios have AM, FM, and sideband on them, and CW constant wave. So I'm on AM right now. I'm going to go down to 26915 though. I'm going to call for my friend in Hawaii. How about a 121 Honolulu? 121 Honolulu, 612 North Pacific. 121 Central Pacific, 612 North Pacific, waving. (121 Honolulu, 121 Honolulu, 612 West Coast to Canada break. I shoot AM skip, sideband skip, and FM skip. I'm listening. Oh, there's somebody in there. How about a DX LAN? How about a DX LAN? 612 West Coast to Canada break. How about it skip LAN? How about it skip LAN? 612 West Coast to Canada. 612 North Pacific listening. Somebody actually keyed up in there. I could hear the carrier. That's on 26915. I'm on 26915 now. Go to 26915. How about a 121 Honolulu? How about a 121 Honolulu? 612 North Pacific waving. How about a 121 Honolulu? 121 Honolulu. 612 West Coast to Canada, QSX. Nope. Okay, I'm back on 28. Listening for skip. Anyway, we'll keep the live a little bit longer. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, guys. Checking in. Hey, London. Good to have you in there, man. 73s from the North Pacific. I'm trying to get back to somebody here, but the conditions are not. How about a DX LAN? How about a DX LAN? 612 on the West Coast of Canada. 612 on the West Coast of Canada. Reading the mail. Get over here. How about a DX LAN? How about a DX LAN? 612 West Coast of Canada listening. Coming in on 28. Apple Shack's coming in. Good to hear London. I wish I could hear London in here right now. Good to have you in there, UK. thanks for tuning in. Like I say, conditions are not favorable right now for me. It's just Mother Nature's not on my side. How about an Apple Shack? 612 West Coast of Canada. 612 West Coast of Canada listening. How about a DX land? 612 West Coast of Canada. Reading the mail. Maybe I'll go to sideband. Sideband. CQDX, 791 West Coast of Canada, QSX. I'm on 38 right now. Vancouver's coming in. A 575. A 575 791 Gulf Islands. How about it 575 791 Gulf Islands?
791, drop down, channel 37.
QSY. 575 791 Southern Gulf Islands.
791, 575, back to you.
Yeah, you own the mobile?
Roger that.
What are you running, the 457?
A negative 453, tuned up with a tram 37.
Ah, nice. Tram. Oh, you got a tram mag mount?
Custom antenna, basically using a mag mount, and then I basically tuned it to 1:1.
Nice, nice. And what do you have for a mic there? It sounds like a preamp.
Yeah, this is the older series of Cobra microphone that was modifiable with a 220 ohm resistor plus, and she gets out.
Oh yeah, nice loud audio. Sounds good.
Yeah, it was. Where are you in the Gulf Islands?
Yeah, I'm in the Southern Gulf Islands.
Nice. Are you checking into it?
I'm not a Radio Canada member.
Why not?
I should be. I'm 9 Alpha Uniform 791. World Radio 1657. Back in the day, back in the 70s, I was Quadra 201, Baker 211, Mount Baker sideband group.
Like, holy smokes, dude, we should get you on.
Yeah, you could give me a number if I could get a number. I know the guy up in New News Bay, the news up in Nanaimo, he checks people in.
His name is Roy. It happens tonight at 8 o'clock, channel lower 40.
All right, Roy, I've talked to him a few times. Running a nice, I think he's running a 4 or 5 element beam.
What's your first personal?
I think I've talked to you before. It's Joe out here in Salt Spring.
So talk to you. Yeah, you guys, I saw the video, by the way, Joe.
Yeah, you're on my videogate. I'm doing a live stream right now, man. I got people from all over in there.
Roger that. Yeah, no, that's good. You know, we got to get you your numbers here and get you to call in every once in a while. We really need you out there.
Yeah, for sure. I guess I'd have to get the numbers from Roy.
You can talk to Roy easily from there, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I can crank up the power too if he can't hear me. I can put my bigger radio on. This one right here is putting out about 120 watts, something like that.
Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I got a bit more than that on here.
Yeah, this is right out of the radio though, right? I have extra. I got half a kilowatt sitting here for my other radio, and then I got 458s and I got other boots here. But this is the old RCI 2970 DX.
Ranger, yeah, I know. You got a whole bunch of equipment over there. I saw your videos on your bench. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I've accumulated. You know, it's funny. A couple of weeks ago, I pulled my other, I have two 458s. I pulled one out of the shed that's been sitting in there forever and hooked the thing. I went on with Steve over in Crofton, And a friend of mine gave it to me because she got rid of all her stuff. She says, "Do you want it?" So I took it and I hooked my old CPI counter up to it, frequency counter, and it's got the lowers in it, and it's got the half channels, and it's got the unlock clarifier. And it's funny, my original 458 I bought in 1978, I got the uppers put in it, and it's got a 5kc and the halves in that one. So it's funny, this one's got the uppers, that one's got the lowers. I like the old radios, man. I like vintage radios.
457's got half KCs also for England, and it's got everything in it. It's but the channel map, I gotta get a digital.
Yeah, the 457s were great. So when I got mine done in 1980, I got it done in the summer of 1980 when I was 16. I took it to a friend of mine. He was a ham radio guy, but he was a tech. And he put all the uppers in my 458 for me, did the 5kc slider and the half channels, and then he peaked up the audio and all that stuff. And he had a frequency counter. So he wrote it all out for me on a sheet of paper. I still got that sheet of paper. But then I bought right when I got that done, right after that, I bought one of those CI frequency counters. And it does help. When you got all those extra channels in there and you don't have a digital frequency counter, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Channel maps are a nightmare.
They are. I really like having a frequency counter.
What kind of frequency counter with a little antenna can you just plot beside it and hope it works?
Yeah, my coax can screw right into it. So my CPI counter is hooked up to my other 458, and the coax goes in just like a linear. So it's got the coax, the antenna going into one, and then the other one goes into the radio.
Okay, you're losing me. What brand is it? Is that like a little antenna that it just picks up the frequency from the radio, or what is it?
It's called a CPI. I'll tell you right now. It is I'll read the number. It's a CPI FC70 frequency counter made in the U.S. And no, it does have an antenna if I want to do it that way, but I have the coax plugged in with the antenna and a patch cord.
I don't know if I want to do that, but if it's got an antenna, as long as it reads, that would work. So it's a CP, Charlie Papa India FC70.
You betcha, but remember that I bought it in 1980. It's old.
I got a break. Go ahead.
Who's in there? J73 from San Diego. That's lower sideband. Yeah, I'm on. Check out London Sideband Network tomorrow. 35. Okay, I'm on 27. 27. Yeah, people are out. I'm doing a live stream right now. There's people from England and stuff in there right now. They're asking what channel I'm on. I'm on 27375 lower sideband, but unfortunately, there's no European skip coming in here right now.
I was sure booming in earlier today, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, there was. I worked a few stations, but I was more like fishing for skip, but it wasn't on my side today. It was just kind of like one of those days where Mother Nature was not on my side.
From the base today, I blew my mind because I turned it on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and said, Jesus, that's dead. All of a sudden on channel 36, some dude from Calgary, Alberta blows my needle off the scale. And I went, what? All of a sudden, California's coming in at like 9 units. It was like, wow. Talked for like over 30 minutes. Like, oh, it was great, man. California, 3 stations. Calgary, Alberta, on a base. Like, wow, that was great.
That's good, Skip. I heard it when I was out in my wife's vehicle with her. I heard California coming in, but I couldn't get back to them. And then I didn't hear Alberta. I haven't heard Alberta for a long time, but I did talk to a guy in New Brunswick.
Oh, that's cool. That's good if you can do that. Yeah, it's awesome. But I mean, Calgary, it just blew my mind because I haven't talked to Calgary ever.
Yeah, it's been years and years. You know, some of the craziest Skip I've talked to is like Prince Rupert, Terrace, Prince George. That's crazy, Skip.
Alaska.
I've talked there tons of times. I used to talk to a guy in Alaska pretty much every day. I would say it went on for like 2-3 months. This guy would come in from, was it Kotzebue, out in the Aleutian Islands, Dutch Harbor. He was in Dutch Harbor in the Aleutian Islands.
Holy crap, that's amazing.
Well, the conditions were unreal. That was in the late. I would have been probably in the late 1980s. I got it all logged. I got all the logbooks full of stuff. I could look back and tell you exactly his number and when I talked to him. And and we used to talk all the time. It's like, I remember when I was a kid, there was this guy I used to talk to in Wisconsin every day for like 2 months. And he would boom in. We were on sideband. It'd be like 27, 7, 8, 5, way up there. It was way up there. And it was just the way the conditions were working. And then one day, Wisconsin didn't come in anymore. It shifted, and other states were coming in.
Yeah, it comes and goes. Our conditions have been really changing here. And, it's starting to come back a little bit, but it's not the same strength of what it used to be.
No. I mean, it was really strong there. Like this week, it's been kind of quiet for me. But, all winter and stuff, it's actually been pretty good.
I got you here at almost 9S units. How am I hitting you out there?
Well, you're lighting the bars up. You're lighting up all the bars on this RCI. That's the thing. It's got these silly bars on it. I like meters. I'm not really used to the bar thing. But, you're lighting them all up.
We're talking glow in the dark like beacon.
Yeah, they're black bars on the RCI. Have you ever seen an RCI 2970DX? They got black bars along the left-hand side of the frequency counter.
So I'm blowing right into your tower.
Yeah, you're coming in real good. I'm on the very northern tip of Salt Spring. Hello, Rock. Yeah, you're booming in here, man. Hey, Rock, we're on 27385, you guys. 27385. I'm just, like I said, I'm doing a videogate live stream right now. You're on it. So you can watch it after and you can see what you're sounding like.
You putting in 575 again?
What's that?
Are you using my 575 number again?
Yeah, 575. So anyway, it's like I'm actually live right now. I'm running a live stream right now, a podcast. So there's people right now watching from all over.
Oh, that's way cool, dude.
Yeah, so if you tuned in, you probably don't have an iPhone. You could actually tune in and watch it on Jungle Josie Video Gates.
I'll have to watch it later, but I'm really happy that I finally got my system tuned here. This Cobra Power mic, the older series with the gold label on it is just kicking. Once I got the 220 ohm resistor in here and a little bit of tuning, wow, now I can really get out.
Yeah, it's got a good sound. How's the sound? How does that guy sound to you guys? He sounds pretty good, doesn't he? He's over there. And are you up in the mountain right now?
Yeah, Roger that. West End, top of the world.
Oh, so you're up on Seymour?
Cypress.
Okay, so he's up on top of a mountain in Vancouver. Now, what's the elevation there?
I think it's about 2,300.
2,300 feet up. Okay, that's the highest mountain on Salt Spring would be just over 2,300.
That's why I'm able to shoot right down to you. That's why I'm probably better than you.
Yeah. We used to, like I say, we used to go up to Seymour back in the day, sit up in the parking lot and hit White Rock and Bellingham at about 9 S units.
Yeah, just wait. Like I didn't tell you, I got a brand new Antron ready to go, and I'm going to be setting that up on that base up here for the mountain. Check that out.
I'm talking on an Antron right now, about 20 feet off the ground.
Just wait until you hear me up here on the mountain with a friggin' the Antron sitting in a weighted base at 40 pounder and a 6-foot mass, and then put the ground plane kit on it, which I hit Toronto at 8 pounds.
Well, that's the thing with the Antron. They're easy to put together, right? You just tune it and screw it together like a pool cue, and you got it up.
I can't believe I scored another one, so it's pretty much brand new, ready to go. So it's going to really go like snot. I'll be doing some DX testing for sure with that sucker.
Yeah. I don't know. They're expensive, aren't they, these things? I just picked up a new microphone. Came a few days ago, a brand new static what is it? Let me just 878 DM desk mic. So, but unfortunately, the plug doesn't match any of my radios, so I had to order an adapter for it so it'll fit into my RCI.
Yeah, I had to screw around with that to get it to work here on my TRC 453. I'm running the 453. We got about 16 watts going out of it. I got to put a fan on top of this sucker today. She's looking pretty hot, so not anymore though. I got a fan going, so I got that under control.
Oh, cool. The 453. What year did that one come out?
God, it must be 80. I don't really know. I haven't looked that up. It could be mid-80s or early 90s. I can't remember.
I'll have to go onto YouTube and see what it looks like, because when I see it, I'll know it. Because I have a lot of realistic radios. My old one here, I have some really old ones from the 70s, 23 channels. I got a TRC 30A base station right in front of me here.
Oh, which base station?
TRC 30A.
Oh, I got one of those.
They're great. I bought it at a flea market in the spring of 1981 in Abbotsford.
Yeah, it's a silver faceplate, box, unfortunately my channel selector is buggered.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad little radio. Yeah, it needs a little buggering around with the channel selector, but it does work. And I got just I hooked my little desk mic up to it. I got like a realistic desk mic. So it's I shot some skip on it.
AM only, right? It's only AM.
It's only AM. It's only 23 channel. Then I got I got a really old one. I got a base station, a TRC 48 from the 70s, 23 channel.
I remember those. Those are pretty cool too. I don't go for sideband nowadays, but yeah, I'm into the old radios too.
Yeah, they're great. Well, that one's got sideband on it. It's 23 channel sideband.
Yeah, I know it is. It's a great little radio.
Yeah, plugs in it. But then I took it to the technician. The technician I bought it off of actually it was sitting in his shop. So I bought it from him, and then I bought a Siltronics Model 90 VFO for a variable frequency oscillator, which he also had in the shop. And I said, hook that up for me. So I came back a week later and he had it all hooked up for me. So I just plug it in on the PA jack in the back, and then it goes up to 27,845. It goes a bit below 1 too.
Yeah, how many radios do you have there?
Too many. Oh God! Right in front of you, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 radios I'm looking at right now. Then I got a bunch out in the shed.
I think you need another 10.
Some of them I had for years. I got like an old Cobra 23 channel base station too.
The old brown kind of rectangle one there, the stand-up top.
Yeah, it's a 145. I think it might be a 145 Cobra. I'd have to go look at it, but it's super old school. It's got a clock in it too, if I remember.
Yeah, they're getting hard to find, man, really, and the pricing on them. I just saw one on eBay. I think it was like $600.
What? God, I should sell it. That's crazy.
But they totally get out of it from what I remember.
Yeah, it's a good old radio. It's like, but it is 23 channel. And is it sideband? I'm trying to remember if it's sideband. I don't know if it's sideband or not. I mean, I've got a bunch of old crap laying around there. But, you know, the TRC 38, I've had sitting in the basement for like a few decades and kind of covered in dust and stuff. And I figured I'm going to bring this thing up and just see if it works. Sure enough, plugged in, it works.
Yeah, I know. When my channel sucked, I don't know what to do with it. I mean, where can you find another channel suck? It's like you almost have to buy another radio to try and fix it.
Well, mine's kind of a bit hooper too. You got to kind of monkey around with it so it goes on the channel properly. But once you're on the channel, it's okay.
I know, but mine is so loosey-goosey. It's like, you know, I don't know. Is there any way of tightening up the sliders in between that?
You might have to take it apart. And mine is the same way. It's kind of loosey-goosey.
No, mine's definitely in rough condition. I think I'd have to try and find another radio just to get the selector to work. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I think Bob or Steve has one. Bob might have. Yeah, I think Bob has one too. Bob over in Chemainus. And like I paid $20 for it at a flea market, at Abbotsford Flea Market.
Wow. Yeah, I bought mine new.
No way, you bought it new?
Yeah, I had it brand new.
That would have been in the 70s. CB 2112. One sec, I'm going to say hi to somebody who just checked into my live stream here. CB Lounge 2112. Waving at you. I'm talking to 575 up on the mountain in Vancouver. Good to see you in there. Rock 2112, UDX 267. Oh, Bob's in there too.
Well, Bob. Hey, Jim. You hear you out there, bud?
Yeah, you too. Heard you earlier on there today.
Oh, you heard me earlier today?
Yeah, Roger, when you were talking to them guys down in California, I jumped in there and said howdy myself there.
Yeah, I basically just had you quiet in there, but I had so much stations coming in and out, so I couldn't really get back to you.
I think I'm going to turn on a different radio here.
I was kind of on the side here.
What's good? Good there, and I got my new Cobra Power mic working the old series. Yeah, sounds good.
Talking on the 458 now. Anyway, good to have you in there, 2112. Hello to 575. I'll say hi to him. CB Lounge, good to have you in there. Rock, good to have you in there. UDX 267J from San Diego. Hey, can you still hear me? Okay, I'm running barefoot on my 458. Is it really? I'm on a Sigma Venom antenna, different antenna. Stupid, the slider's moving though. It needs to be adjusted. It's old now, getting worn out. I need to fix this thing. Okay, so I'm barefoot right now, so am I moving your meter a bit?
6 units up top here.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Wait till I get my hands around there. You'll see 100 units.
Okay, well, let's put a little power through it here. Okay, is that a little bit better?
7 units.
Okay, one sec. Hey, watch your meter. How's that? A little bit better?
Units.
Okay, we're gonna go up a little bit higher. How's that?
With heavy modulation, almost 9.
Okay, hello, audio, hello. How's that?
9 units.
9S units. There we go. Not too shabby.
And the as you went up, and the modulation came with it.
It did, yeah. So I'm running a D104 Lollipop, non-amplified though, the Crystal one, Tug 8.
Sweet.
So you bought your 38 new, so that would have been in the 70s.
I was, I loved it. I loved the color. I loved the web nav. I loved it. I found that 457 later.
Cool. It's like mine. I bought my first one in 77. It was a 452. I got it in front of me. First 40 channel that kind of came out from Radio Shack, but nothing digital on it. Little black number on the dial with a light behind it.
I know. I just love those old. I collect them all.
Yeah, they're good. They're good old radios. See who else is in there.
You gotta find the original realistic desk mics.
Yeah, I have one. I have one sitting here. Where is it? Right there in front of me. I bought that when it was new. Works pretty good. Anyway, they're waving at you out there on the live stream. They said they're waving at 575.
So who we got out there on the stream? Say hello to Tango India Mike and Cypress.
So these guys are we've got San Diego in there. We got Reno. We got people from all over the place in there. England. There was somebody in there from Hawaii.
They heard me.
Yeah, well, they're on the live stream. I'm on the live stream right now on the computer. The computer's going.
Oh, okay, the computer. That's a lot of fun.
It is. So a lot of times what I do, I'll meet these guys on a channel. So I'll be live streaming. They'll be talking to me, and they can actually hear what they sound like on the live stream because I'm doing on my YouTube channel, Videogate.
Roger that. Yeah, I sounded pretty good last time we talked.
Yeah, you're booming in here right now. So you can watch this live stream after, and you'll see what I mean.
Roger that. It's gonna be a lot more.
Yeah, no, you're very loud, and I like this old 458. It's got a really good receive on it, like way better than my RCI 29WX. Like I love my big RCI 29WX, but the receive in it sucks compared to these old realistic radios.
I know the unit and PRL chips were good. They were really well designed, and from a filtering point of view, they were also very good.
Absolutely, man. And the 458, it probably has the same guts pretty much as a 457, except the 457 would have the SWR, had a clock in it. It was a bigger radio. This one has a unit in board.
Yeah, they both do. There was a few other differences with the 457, but what's really cool about it because it has the SWR when you're pushing.
He sounds great.
When you're matches, when you're transmitting.
Exactly. Well, you know what? CB Lounge 2112. He's got a YouTube channel. You can check it out. CB Lounge 2112. He says you sound great.
CB Lounge 2112. I'll write that down.
Yeah, it's CB Lounge 2112. CB Lounge 2112. I'm giving you a plug. And you were in Reno, right? Were you in Reno, CB Lounge? Give me the dirt. I think he's in Reno.
Reno, Nevada. Roger that. Yeah, no, that's great.
I'm pretty sure that's where he is. But yeah, you do sound really loud. Bob sounds loud. I guess Steve's still at work. Steve works on Sundays.
And I mean, my mic's only sitting at 2. You want me to go higher? Check. How's that?
Yeah, that's high. I'd turn it down a bit because you don't want to overmod, but right where you had it, right where you were talking before, you know, it's, I don't know what you have it set at, 5, 6?
Oh, man, I've only got it set at 2. It's scary. It's a scary microphone.
Yeah, that's good. Go a little bit higher just for a sec, a little bit up.
All right, here we go. Check.
Right there is perfect.
Yeah, I know. She's got so much snot.
35 miles south of Reno. He's 35 miles south of Reno. And
35 miles south of Reno. Roger that.
yeah, okay, and Rock, and then there's Rock in there, 968. Heading out, going to get drive through. Okay, Rock, we're on 27, Carson City. He's in Carson City, Nevada. We're on 27375, guys.
Sorry, what was Rock's numbers?
There is Rock 968. 968. So he's going to try, but you know what? I don't think there's a lot of skip in here right now. You probably could. And like I say, people from all over joining these videogate live streams. And I haven't done one for a couple of weeks. I figured, you know what? The skip was coming in, but like I say, it wasn't really my lucky day for skip. I made a few kind of Mickey Mouse contacts, but nothing serious. I never heard you because I was out in the garden a lot, and then I came in and go, oh, I was kind of fishing for skip. I was actually went to a channel where there was no skip, and I was calling, and then somebody from New Jersey was waving back at me.
Okay, so it's been a great day for everybody then.
Yeah, like sometimes it's fun to fish for skip, and I often do that. I'll go to a channel and I'll just call and hopefully somebody out there's listening.
I dropped the 457 down to the triple nickel today, and I was surprised, man. I was talking everywhere.
That's cool. Right on.
Really blew my mind. This guy in Ontario is like hit me at 9 pounds, and I found out he's on a beam with 5K.
Oh, 5K?
Yeah, man. Tubi.
5,000 watts. Yeah, no, I've talked to guys running the big power before, man. I don't think my wife would like that. It wouldn't be good for the electric bill.
That's when he keys up the street lights dim.
Palm Nation, how's it going? Yeah, no kidding. Like, seriously, even when I put this 0.5 kilowatt on, it dims a little bit.
Gotta get a generator.
Yeah, that's too much for me, man. 5,000 watts.
Couldn't believe it. I mean, my needle was dimmed all the way back there. Like, gosh.
Well, you look at Motormouth Mall in California on the coast there, he's running thousands of watts.
Goodness, I don't want to pay his hydro bills.
I really don't, man. I'm not into that. You know what? Couple 100 watts, 300 watts, 400 watts, whatever, man. But 5 kilowatts, that's getting out of hand.
Yeah, if you ever have a fire, you know it's going to go up in flames quickly.
No kidding. And it's not even a challenge anymore to shoot skip because everybody's going to hear you.
If you don't have a meltdown like Chernobyl.
You'd have to have a really good antenna to handle that much power, too. You'd have to have a Mr. Coily ground plane that holds megawatts or some massive beam.
Lord, I can't even imagine it. I always looked at it this way. If you can't get out with 300, stay at home.
That's what I say, too. I mean, like I say, my RCI 29 DX, you know, I can talk pretty much anywhere in there if the conditions are right. And like I do have some Texas Stars here, and I'll turn them on if people are having trouble hearing me. They help. They definitely do help a little bit to have a foot warmer on.
Oh, the guy that I was talking to in California was shocking. I mean, I think he had way over 1K because, I mean, he would come in while I was in quiet. He said, bang, how are you hearing me now? I says, oh my God, you're hitting me at 9S units.
Yeah, no, a guy did, like I say, I heard one guy come back but he didn't come back to me. I could hear him coming. He came in really loud when I was in my wife's vehicle heading to town. I was like, wow, California. Don't hear California that often.
Well, I had 4 California stations on the west on the triple nickel.
That's awesome. Oh, you're up 555. Okay.
I know I was all over the place today, but yeah, I was, making channel flips and just doing stuff, and the skip was just rolling at around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Really good.
Nice. Yes, I was in town. That's when I was driving to town. Yeah, it was coming in for sure. And it's cool to hear California too, because it's mostly southeastern stuff we get here and eastern stuff.
The altitude I'm at right now, I mean, I can see Baker.
Oh, that's cool.
My signal would probably go around Baker.
Happy Mother's Day to all. 5,000 watts takes it does. CB Lounge. CB Lounge says, yeah, it takes all the fun out of skip shooting. It really does. 5,000 watts, because you know everybody's going to hear you when you have 5,000 watts.
That's like a big broadcasting. I mean, he's probably got like a 100-foot tower and a light on it. Who knows?
Well, I know Motormouth Mall. He's got MMM video gates. He's got a channel. He's got a video gate channel too. He's putting out thousands of watts, and every time he keys up, everybody hears Motormouth Mall.
I put him out there. He's unavoidable.
He is. He's in California, and you can see his videos. Like, he puts out that much power. For me, skip shooting's a little bit more of a challenge because I really don't have a lot of power. Out of my RCI 2980, I'm running. When I do AM skip out of that, it's barefoot out of the radio. 8 watts. That's it. 7-8 watts.
What's Motormouth Mall, M-A-U-L or M-A-L-L?
No, M-A-U-L. Motormouth Mall. MMM video gates. Triple M video gates. That's his channel. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's running mega stuff, mega equipment, mega power.
That's not something I'm interested in. I can't do it with a few whatever.
Exactly. You know, when I was a kid, before I even got a linear, when I got my first CB radio in '77, it was just all barefoot on a half wave. And, you know, I'd talk all over if the conditions were right. I mean, just on 4 watts AM, it was crazy.
And it's actually gotten better with our technology of antennas. And I mean, we've got so many different super scanners and beams, and, it's gotten to the point where, we're able to transmit much further on much less power. So, people who want to throw KW at it, well, maybe really needed to. I don't know if it's not my style.
No, you know, I had a friend when I lived out on the mainland there, south of Vancouver, and I lived in the southwest corner of Langley. He had a Moonraker 4 up on I guess it was a 40-foot tower. And he pretty much talked wherever he wanted to, barefoot on his Midland. He didn't have any linear or anything, just barefoot Midland, 40 channel, single sideband, Moonraker 4. It was all matched up nicely, and he talked wherever he wanted to.
That's perfect setup right there.
I love Moonrakers.
Great antennas.
They really are. The PDL2s were good too. I think they were made by Avanti as well.
Yeah, they're quite old now.
They are. I think they've been making Moonrakers, I think, since the 70s. Because I talked to one guy in the States, and he says he was on a Moonraker 4, and he said he had it up since 1975. So thinking, holy cow.
No damage?
No. He says he's had it up. Well, I didn't ask him that, but he says he's had his Moonraker 4 up since 1975. So maybe he's in a place where he doesn't get tornadoes.
How about lightning?
Yeah, lightning, because a lot of places are subject to lightning, and we're not. We're fortunate.
Lightning scares me. I was up here one night. I was like, oh my goodness.
It's pretty rare, though, to get lightning here. It's not often we get a lightning storm. Yeah, I mean, I've seen them, but it's not like where you live in Ontario where you get them all the time.
Yeah, when the sky turns green and blue, it's time to seek the storm shelter.
Yeah, what I do, I just unplug my coax.
Bring fresh shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is pretty wild. I mean, I've seen some good lightning storms, but not often. I don't even remember when I saw the last lightning storm. Sometimes I'll hear thunder off in the distance, but I don't know. They don't really like our spot too much, lightning storms. I think if you go to Kamloops or Vernon or Penticton, I think they get more of them up there.
Yeah, but the lightning storms up there, the biggest problem is obviously starting with forest fires, but a lot of it's just sheet lightning that travels, parallel with the sky, not the heavy downward strikes. So it really depends. The interior is not overly bad. You see, even on a clear night, you'll see, light lightning in the sky, but it's not dangerous. There's no thunder or anything like that. That's pretty cool.
Very interesting, eh? Yeah, you wouldn't want your antenna hit by lightning.
No, not at all.
No, that would probably F up things. Hey, is Bob still in there?
Yeah, you bet.
Bob, you're booming in. Are you getting any skip over there?
Nothing right now. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet here too. I think she's faded out now for the night.
Yeah, right on. Hey, which radio were you guys talking about where you're looking for a channel selector or something?
38.
Okay, I might have a spare one.
Yeah, 575's looking for one.
Okay, next time I'm out in my shed, I'll see if I can dig it out. I got a good one and a bad one.
Cool.
I just need the selector. If the selector is working, the other radio is okay, I guess.
No conditions, none. Yeah, we had skip here today, Rock. I talked to a couple of stations here and there. Rock, yes, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all the mothers. Good to have you guys in there. CB Lounge 2012, Rock, Palm Nation.
Next time I'm out in the shed, I'll see if I can find it.
So he's in Vancouver on the mountain, Tim, and Bob, that guy's on Vancouver Island, right next to me on the big island.
Nice looking radio too. I like the silver grill on it.
Yeah, most of them get tinted up because they're pretty.
Okay, so now I'm going to switch to this radio. Got too many radios here, guys. Want to borrow mine? Can you hear me? I switched to my big radio RCI 2970DX. I'm playing musical radios. I said, you said a drone's over there. You want to borrow my shotgun?
Yeah, there's a big sign up there that says no flying drones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some people can't read.
I brought my laser.
Yeah, I think my shotgun would be really effective.
Jump out, start taking pictures.
Never too many radios. That's right. Yeah, exactly. He's probably taking pictures with his drone.
He's got video on. It's a pretty nice drone too.
Some of those things are worth a fortune. I think some of them you actually need a license to use them. So, Tim, how's this radio sound?
Bring it back again. Look at the needle here.
Okay, so this is a IMAX 2000 I'm talking on. Hello.
Modulation's clear and signal is very nice, actually. Great.
Okay, so this one here, it's just I'm running the stock power out of this radio. Again, it puts about 20 watts out on sideband. And it's a D104 Lollipop, and I do have it. I don't think I have it turned up all the way. I'm going to turn it down a bit. It doesn't need to be turned up all the way, these things. I'll turn it down a bit. Is that okay?
If you turn it up a bit, you got to put more peak modulation.
Okay, hang on. How's that? Is that better?
Up a bit more.
That's as high as it goes right there.
Okay, so like when your signal is low, with that radio, you want to peak up the power whenever you can with the modulation, right?
Okay, so yeah, I got it. I got the mic turned up.
Yeah, I see that's really clear.
Okay, yeah, just an old Lollipop. It seems to work okay. You know what? It starts to die off and the battery starts to get weak. So gotta always keep an eye on those 9 volts.
Yeah, I carry them by the dozen.
Yeah, I bought some of those dollar store ones one time. They were crap, man. They barely lasted. I just never buy dollar store 9 volts.
Lots of Panasonics. They were pretty cheap and they work.
Actually, that's what I have in front of me right here. Alkaline plus power. The new microphone I just bought, I got last week. Came with a Panasonic, and I also have the Everready, the long life Everreadys. So I got one of those in this. I got one of those in my handheld D104 too. They seem to last pretty good.
Well, you're bouncing up to about, let's see here, 4 or 5 S units with peak modulation there. So not only did your modulation come up, the clarity came up with it for stock wattage. CA's doing good.
Okay, good, perfect. So what I'll do, I'll put some power in here. Let me turn down the power. And hey, does my did the meter go down now that I turned the power down on this? Does that make a difference?
So yeah, because you're not stock wattage, that's normally the case. If you're not using peak modulation, your signal will be lower.
Okay, so I'll put some power on here. Okay, hello. Can you hear me a little bit better now?
Yeah, now you're at 6 S units.
Okay, wow. That's 500 watts. Hello, audio. 500.
Peak signal 7 S units.
Interesting, huh? Wow.
Antenna.
IMAX 2000. And on the 458, I was running a Sigma Venom. So it's a high gain silver rod replica. High gain Venom antenna, aluminum, 5/8.
Switch to the Antron?
I'm on an IMAX right now. I also have an Antron up too on my other radio. The first radio I was talking to, I have an Antron 99.
Yeah, because you're bouncing up to 7 pretty clearly here.
Okay, very interesting. I'm going to go back to my 458. I just want to see what the difference is on the Sigma Venom antenna. Okay, so right now I'm on the IMAX. All right. Okay, I'm going to go switch radios. I want to see the difference.
I'll do that second, Mike.
Okay, hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on the 458 in the Sigma. That's crazy. So, wow. So the Sigma gets out better than the IMAX.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so this is an aluminum antenna. This one I put up, I don't know, a couple months ago, eh, Bob? You remember when I put this one up? I lose track of time. I think it was a couple months ago.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, that one works really, really good.
Wow, interesting. I got this one on top of the house. Got a really good match too. It's great because when you buy these things, it's brand new. He's got each section marked out, so you put it together exactly. The match is just like perfect.
Yeah, right on. No screwing around. That's always nice.
Yeah, I hate dicking around with antennas and matches and stuff like that. You know, it was very, very simple. And, you know, it really is a simple antenna. Like I say, the ground planes on the bottom are just tiny little ground planes.
That thing's amazing. I mean, is that the one with the pie-shaped thing on the top?
No, there's nothing on the top. It's just got a little ground planes on the bottom. They're kind of squiggly, S-shaped.
How long are the ground planes?
Maybe a foot long, I think.
Okay, you were talking about the Sigma here, the shorty one. Are they curved?
Yeah, they're curved. Yeah.
I know which one it is. So the top is just a regular aluminum top. There's no tri thing on the top.
No static arresters on the top. And like I say, yeah, ground planes are super short. If I remember, maybe they're a foot, but yeah, they're kind of like squiggly.
Antenna's pretty good, man. I think it's up here.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's interesting. It actually gets out better. It gets out better than when I was running power with the big radio.
You got power over there?
I'm running barefoot right now.
Keep that antenna. The Sigma is doing a number.
Yeah, no, I'm totally barefoot right now.
What mic are you using?
Lollipop D104 on an old 458. I bought this microphone in 1977, and I bought this radio in February 1978. So it's old school stuff.
Okay, is your microphone cranked?
Nope, this isn't a preamp Lollipop.
Nice, sounds good.
Well, the modulation's been peaked in the radio. Like when I took this radio and to get it all tuned up back, like I say, in the summer of 1980, he says you can't really run a preamp on it because he tuned up all the he upped the modulation.
I know you have to leave sometimes just leave things alone.
Yeah, I tried a preamp on here and it just squeals. It's terrible.
Well, that has to do with a ground problem issue too.
Maybe, yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, I've been running this microphone on here for since the 1970s.
Yeah, it's great sounding.
That's good, man. I like these old radios, man. This is a good old radio. Like I say, the only thing with it now is the slider kind of drifts a little bit, the 5KC.
Does it only drift when it's warm, or does it fine when it's cold or what?
It's more so when it's cold.
I had to put my 457. It was getting too hot inside, and mine doesn't seem to drift too much. It only drifts when it's cold.
Well, maybe I got that backwards. You know what? Maybe I got that ass backwards. Maybe it does drift when it's cold. It's not drifting right now. And I was talking to this one before, but I know often when I'm talking to Bob or Steve, it's like, wow, 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 wow. It goes off a little bit, right?
Steve was on his icon. He was drifting all over the place when it was cold.
Yeah, so maybe that's like this one too. Anyway, well, we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, I'm at 11 o'clock right now on the clarifier.
Oh, I'm on a lock clarifier, so I can't help you.
Okay, so anyway, I'm not touching it. We'll leave it where it is and we'll see if it drifts. I'm just going to go read a couple of comments here on this live stream.
Roger that.
Okay, guys. Was 38 low. I am on 37 lower sideband. Does anyone know what channel? I'm on, 356 BYU. I'm on 27.375 lower sideband. And I'm talking to local guys here right now.
Explosion. I just turned everything down for a minute.
Was that me?
No, we're at boot camp around where I live. It sounded like somebody's huge propane balloon might have blew up, or somebody shot their gun off. I don't know. It was pretty loud though.
That was me shooting a drone down.
Yeah. I'm sorry, he crashed it. Not joking, he's all over there. I think he's got his Kleenex out.
Oh no, did he really crash it?
I was joking, I was just hoping he did.
No. Anyway, yeah, there's no skip coming in right now, guys. He's on a mountain in Vancouver. He's on one of the ski hills. He's up at 2,300 feet. So, but 356 BYU, good to see you in there, man. I wish there was some skip happening and I could talk to you guys. Now, the drones are pretty cool, though, if you want some good aerial shots. You know, at one time we were sitting out in our yard here, and it's like we live out in the boonies here. You don't see any houses around us. You just see forest. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Zzz. You see this drone flyovers, like, where did that thing even come from?
I think that broadcast quality, high definition ones that really good.
And how far do they travel? That's the thing. And like, where did it even come from?
Somewhere around like 3 mile ranges.
Holy cow. So it's kind of like a homing pigeon will go right back to base. So he could have been 3 miles away.
Probably.
Unreal. I'm going to tell my wife not to nude suntan out there anymore.
Got no videos.
That's what he's doing. He's probably taking pictures of them, putting them on the internet.
They have IMAX-based ones and James Bond movie, and basically, they're 17 mile capable.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Should be for 1.2 million.
That's like the length of our island. Our island is 16.8 miles long, so you could go from where I live to the very south end.
That's pretty crazy.
That would be so cool to get some aerial shots.
Imagine an IMAX drone.
That'd be unreal. Something Elon Musk could buy.
Maybe he could help us out with a relay to the moon.
No kidding, man. He's got so many satellites up there now. That guy, I heard he bought Twitter too.
I need a loan.
Pocket change for him, 45 million.
Or a trillion.
Isn't that unreal? He paid 45 million for 45 million for Twitter.
That's pocket change to him.
It is. It's like me pulling out a couple of dollars, a couple of loonies. It's like he's pulling out 45 million.
I'm so broke the bank wants their calendar back.
Yeah, me too. Could you imagine having just so much money and you're into radios, that you could make the most ultimate radio setup? Like seriously, you could stack a couple of Moonrakers up there on a 72-foot crank-up tower. You could have the ultimate base station, the ultimate microphone. Yeah, you could probably go and buy your 10,000-watt linear.
But never want to push that kind of power.
No, you know what? If you had stacked Moonrakers or even a Moonraker 6 or even one of those big gun quads, you probably wouldn't even need a boot. I mean, if you got that thing tuned down, like I matched up properly, you're going to talk pretty much anywhere you want to.
Apparently you can co-phase 2 Moonrakers.
I've seen it. There was a guy in White Rock when I was a kid. I was a teenager. He used to run a DAC radio. And I used to talk to this guy, and I went over to his radio room to see it with me and my buddy, and he had 2 stacked Moonraker 6s.
I wonder if that got out.
Oof, unbelievable. I don't know if you know White Rock well, but there used to be on King George Highway a little building called the Rock Shop. It was there since the 1950s. So he was in near there, and he had a freestanding tower with 2 6 stacked Moonrakers.
I have room for that sucker.
Oh, he did. He had lots of room because there's no trees around, right? But man, it was crazy. I don't even know how he put them up. I didn't ask him. I guess he probably used a crane. But they got big booms on those things.
I wish I had the real estate for that.
Nice. I got the real estate for it here, but there's too many trees around. I mean, I'd have to cut down a few more trees. Lots of big trees all over the place here.
Hit the house.
Yeah, well, we got lots of Douglas fir, and we cut a few down every year for firewood. But I'd need to have it in a spot where it's not going to hit anything. You know, when you swing them around.
Yeah, you gotta take a couple down.
Yeah, we did 2 months ago. We took 320-foot Douglas firs down. I split them all up and fill up the woodsheds.
Got a splitter there.
I'm the splitter.
My God.
I split tons of wood every year. I split about 3 cords every year.
I'm afraid of axes.
Oh man, I'm good at splitting. I like splitting. So buck them all up into rounds, and yeah, I split them all up into a massive pile in the driveway, and then I stack them all in the woodshed. So the woodsheds are full. Nice wood too. They were 90-year-old trees straight up, and easier to split because the knots, the branches didn't start till probably like 60 feet up the tree, which was great. Maybe 50 feet up the tree. So when you have nice clear wood, it makes it easier to split.
Gotta do is just put an Antron or an IMAX up top of one of those trees.
Well, I did. I used to have my Antron up probably 80 foot in one of those trees. In one of the not that one, not the ones we cut down. But you know the funny thing is, it gets out better now that I've lowered it down. It's weird.
60 feet probably max.
It was crazy. I had a tree guy, put it up there for me years ago, and then I ended up taking it down, and now I'm looking right out my bedroom, my man cave window at it, 20 feet off the ground to the bottom of my Antron. I'm talking to you on right now. Actually, sorry, I'm on the Venom right now. The RCI's on the Antron, the 2970DX. I'm talking to you on the Sigma Venom, and that's probably to the bottom of the antenna, maybe 25, 30 feet, something like that.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's not too shabby. It's on the roof of the house.
You got a selection to choose from.
Yeah, I got three antennas up here now. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a beam one day. One of these days, if my wife lets me.
The going flat side can be a big benefit.
It is, man, for shooting skip. I always enjoyed it. When I was working skip, it would be flat side most of the time for me.
I just gotta go on the side for a few minutes here. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm just going to read some comments. Okay.
575.
Yes, 21 I've been trying to reach each other, but condition. Well, I want to reach all of you guys in there. Turn Twitter into an online parts store. Yes, there we go. CB Lounge. And 356 BYU, no conditions. You're part of the woods. My conditions at the northeast corner right now. Yeah, it's pretty quiet here on the band. Let me just flip around for a sec. No, it's completely dead on the radio right now. I picked up one of those Westland 707 radios here in London. New, over 40 years old. Wow, cool. 190 pounds. Yes, I don't know what a pound is compared to, like, what is it with according if you compare it to a Canadian dollar, is it double the Canadian dollar, something like that? So is 1 pound UK like $2 Canadian, something, I'm guessing. Hello, 875 Alberta radio checking in. Sweet. The guy I'm talking to in Vancouver right now, he's talking to Alberta today. He says he was talking to Calgary. And you know what? I have not talked to Alberta for a long time. I've talked there lots of times, but not for a long time. So I hope to hear you guys all out there in DX land and get you on. I want to get you guys on the videogate. Rock, I'm looking for you, buddy. 968. I'm looking for you. Just got out to New Hampshire. Oh, did you? Cool. That's a place we don't get out often to, is New Hampshire. And I have worked New Hampshire. They were on one of my video gates. When was it? Last week or the week before I did a video gate of New Hampshire. So not often we hear New Hampshire here. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Don't hear those states very much. Rhode Island and Delaware once in a while. Seem to get a lot of New York and a lot of New Jersey. Massachusetts, Connecticut, not so much. Waving, hey, Minnesota, 058. Good to have you in there, Jim. Waving from Salt Spring Island in the Southern Gulf Islands, North Pacific. Yes, we had a lot of Northern Pacific, Oregon. Okay, cool. Wow. Jim, 068. Mark, you had Northern Pacific. Well, you know what? If you hear Washington, we're right beside Washington State. I mean, seriously, if I go across the water from our island, I will bump right into Washington State. We're actually below the 49th parallel here. Technically, I should be in the States. So I got the beautiful Stars and Stripe flag right there. You see, I did actually just have only the Stars and Stripe, and then I found my Canadian flag tucked away in the crawl space somewhere. So I had to, what I did, I cut a branch off one of our eucalyptus trees, drilled a couple of holes in it, and there we go. We got the Stars and Stripes and the Canadian Maple Leaf sitting on the radio on the meter over here. Just a reminder to let me know that I live pretty close to the U.S. We talked about bands on Skip and Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy. I remember those guys. Yeah, the flags look pretty cool, eh? And you know what that is, CB Lounge? It's just a piece of eucalyptus, because we grow a lot of eucalyptus trees here. And I just cut a branch off and drilled a couple of holes in. And there we go. I got that. Where did I get that flag? I think I got it in Hawaii. I think I got that American flag when I was in Hawaii. I says, hey, I'm going to have that. I need that for the radio room. So there we go. In the radio room now. But always good to have you guys in there. And like I say, I wish Mother Nature was on my side right now and we could talk to you guys. Mechaliptus. Yeah. The eucalyptus trees we had were monster size. I grew them from seed. And last February of 2021, we had the biggest ones cut down. 100-foot tall eucalyptus trees, and I split them all into firewood because the things with eucalyptus, they're a beautiful subtropical tree, and this is the only place in Canada they grow. And they were starting to drop branches without warning, and that's pretty dangerous. So me-calyptus. Well, eucalyptus is a very important tree. That's, Vicks, Vapor Rub, and Hall's mentholyptus. Well, think about it. Mentholyptus, it comes from eucalyptus. And my wife... Oh, how's it going? I'm just reading some of the comments on the live stream here.
Going good. I just had to get stretched my business in the mobile for a while.
Well, you'll listen to this after, and you can hear how good you were coming in.
Probably just booming in.
You are booming in, man. He's booming in, right, guys? Isn't he coming in good? Tim, right? Your name's Tim.
Roger that.
Okay, yeah, I know. You're booming in. You're coming up into the red.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, when you keyed up there, popped up into the red there. So.
Called the Red Club, eh?
Yeah, you're always in the red because you're like right next to me. You're probably only, maybe 3 miles from me?
Yeah, probably somewhere around 5 or something. Tim's probably about, I don't know, it's 30 miles across, so yeah, he's probably 35.
He's got to be at least, I bet, something like that. Northeast. He's northeast of us.
Yeah, Roger.
So, yeah, I think it's 30 to downtown Vancouver. And how far is it from Vancouver to up to Cypress?
So we're basically halfway between Horseshoe Bay and the British Lionsgate.
So it would be another 5 miles?
10 miles.
Okay, well, you could be 40, but the elevation sure helps.
Big time. I mean, I'm at, 2,500, something like that, altitude-wise, and boy, it's getting chilly out.
Yeah, so if you went down to the water level, I probably wouldn't be able to hear you as good.
I talked to Steve and the Crofton when I'm down below. 10 o'clock, they shut the mountain down up here. They could kick you out, and then I just go down below, and I still get through no problem.
Oh, cool. Okay. Temperature here is 10.2.
I don't know what it is here, Chef. Let me check.
Yeah, 10.2 Celsius, about 51 degrees Fahrenheit. Blue sky, sunshine. Blue sky and sunshine. Evening, Mark. Gray line skip.
That's 10
Heard
degrees in West Bay.
about it. Okay, so about the same temperature as us.
Just up on 38 for a second there, and 440 came in there and announced the Radio Canada sign in tonight at 8 o'clock on lower 40, so everybody knows.
Okay, well, if he wants to give me a Radio Canada number, I could always have one of those too.
Yeah, we got to deal with that.
And then I could check in. You see, I've had my 791 skip shooting number since I got that one in 1970. God, I think it was 78. I got that one from a club I was in. So then when I joined the Alpha Uniform Club in Australia quite a few years ago, I said I really want to keep my number, so that's why I still have that number.
Well, I mean, you can talk to Roy tonight and just say, I've had these numbers all this time. Would it be okay if you check the registry just to see if I could maintain my 791 number, and then you can sign in every Sunday night, and it would be really appreciated if you could do that. It's always an extra number, on Sundays, right, at basically 8 o'clock on lower 40, right?
Yeah, and if he doesn't, I mean, it's no big deal. I can take another number, but I can use that for, checking in and stuff like that. Because even on my QSL cards, it says 791.
I'll just talk to Roy tonight. He's cool, and I'm sure you'll be able to accept the numbers that you currently have.
That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, Radio Canada, there's a lot of members.
Yeah, there is, and that's why I'm up there tonight supporting the transmitting club, right?
Cool. So yeah, I'll check it out after.
Roger that.
I'll check in and see what Roy has to say.
Roy's a cool head.
He's
you're working out.
Turner. Yeah. Oh, I gotta ask these guys a question out here on my live stream. I'm gonna see if any of them have an adapter for my new static microphone. Hang on. Hey guys, I have to ask you a question. Okay, so just the other day I bought this new microphone here. It is a static D878DM. Okay, preamp microphone. Unfortunately, it comes with this. See that pattern of adapter or plug, microphone plug? I think that's Cobra. It doesn't fit any of my radios. Hi, Mac Attack. Good to see you in there, buddy. Because I know Zuka Spur said, Turner, And when you said that, you kind of clicked something in my mind, and I have to talk about this microphone. So, do any of you guys have an adapter or know where I can buy an adapter so this will fit into my realistic microphone and my RCI 2970 DX microphone? So that's what this plug looks like right there, and that's the microphone right there. It's in a static preamp desk mic, and the volume control is on the bottom. That's where you put the battery right there. So, do you think you know where to get? I can't find one on eBay. I can't seem to find one for realistic, one that's going to plug into there and then adapt it to a realistic radio. I would really like to use this on one of my old radios, this microphone. I did find an adapter that'll fit my RCI 2970 DX. So that's what the mic cord looks like, the plug right there. That's the pattern. And like I say, unfortunately, I can't hook it up right now. I really want to hook that baby up and use it. You know, when you get something new, you want to use it, and I can't. Isn't realistic 4-pin? No. I'll show you what a realistic is. I will show you what a realistic is. So, okay. This is what a realistic looks like. It looks like, can you see that? That's what a realistic looks like right there. 1, 2, it's a 5-pin. See? Yeah, DIN. So that's, I want that microphone to fit into something like that. Yeah, 5-pin. What's going on, Joe? I'm 38, Central California, waving a hand. Sweet. On Joe, Alberta, Canada, coming in on, oh, really? We don't have any Alberta coming in. I just have a DIN pin. Yeah. So anyway, like I say, I did order one. Unfortunately, it's coming from Hong Kong. I would prefer to get stuff from the US. I don't like to buy stuff from China or Hong Kong. I don't want to sound like I'm prejudiced or discriminate against people, but I don't like to support China. I honestly don't. I'd rather support Canada or the US. Isn't a 5-pin a DIN pin? Well, anyway, this is what I need. I need that. I need an adapter for that so it will plug into, so it will look like this. Let me put this in here like this. Okay, so where are we? Can you see that? Where are we? Right there. That's the realistic one right here. And there's the microphone on the static. I need to adapt so it fits into a radio. Will it take this radio for this plug right here, which is realistic? Yeah. Ontario, Amazon. Do you think they have them on Amazon? I don't think I could find one on there. I really want to hook this thing up. I really want to talk on my microphone. Let's go to 38 and see what's going on. Now, we don't have any skip coming in here, man. Nothing. I'm going to have to look on Amazon again, and maybe I've overlooked it. So I'm going to have to get the DIN pin female to 5-pin adapter. Okay, thanks, Jim. I'm going to write that down. DIN pin. I appreciate the info. Female to 5-pin. Okay, I will look. Jim, I totally appreciate that, buddy. And we'll see if we can find one. Got some Ontario coming in. No Ontario coming here, Rock. There's nothing. It's completely dead. You can see where I talked today. I did upload a couple of videos. Okay, I'm just getting some info, some mic info, because I got to get an adapter. And who was it in here? Jim says I need a DIN pin female to 5-pin adapter. So I'm going to have to look on eBay for that, because I really want to hook this static microphone to my TRC-30A and give her a try.
I need an adapter. You can just change the plug to a realistic, can you not?
No, Mo, because I want to use it on other radios too.
Okay, so you want to adapt it to other radios, got it.
I already ordered a pin so I can hook it up to my RCA. I ordered an adapter so I can hook it up to the 2980. And then I would also want to hook it up possibly to the RCI 2970DX. But I really, really want to hook it to the realistic TRC-30A. and crank that baby up and shoot a little bit of old school skip with that radio.
That'd be way cool, Joe.
So anyway, I'll try. He said Amazon, and I mean, I looked on Amazon. I didn't see one, but I was probably looking for the wrong thing. Like this microphone I'm talking on is the old school D104, so it's probably over 50 years old. It has to be because I bought it used in 1977, and I bought it from a friend, and then he got it from another friend of mine, and I changed the microphone cord. I took a stock realistic microphone. I took the cord off, and then I wired it into this one, and it that was, I don't know, 1981, still working.
That's awesome. It still works.
Actually, 1980. I think I did it in 1980 when I was 16, so still working.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good old microphone. I think I paid $20 for this lollipop.
Oh, I guess I got another new member from North Langley. Never signed into Radio Canada before. I picked him out of channel 38 a few minutes ago. 639 Brian at North Langley, and just told him to get hold of Roy, and hopefully he can keep his numbers on the side every Sunday night.
Hopefully he can get to Roy from Langley, eh?
He said he'll try, but I know it's a long shot, but I'll do a relay for him, though.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I lived in the southwest corner of Langley.
With an intro, you gotta have a little help with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of these comments. Hang on. Well, this is a good live stream. Get one made up. I could, but you know what? I think Zukaspor, I think I'm going to check. I'll check Amazon again. Mike takes power from race. You don't need 9-volt battery. Oh, really? You can get one made up. Mike takes power from. Really? Is that right? Interesting. I love the shortwave radio. Oh, thanks, Rock. I bought that radio. I bought that DX302 in 1980, brand new, and it still works really good. I used to listen to a lot of shortwave. And the thing is, I've probably showed you this before. I'll show you my QSL cards. You know, I used to do so much shortwave listening when I was younger. That's why my QSL cards say shortwave radio around the world. So what I would do when I tuned into a station, you could actually get a QSL card from that shortwave station if they're in India or Australia or whatever. And so I would confirm when I listened to them, you know, I'd put everything on the back of that. And these are also my skip cards too, and that's why it says shortwave radio around the world. Adapter you need, Joe. I have one myself. That should be the adapter. Okay, thank you, CB Lounge. I'm going to check that out after. And hopefully Amazon has one. Realistic made some nice radios. My favorite is the 452. I have it. I have the 452. I have it right there. There's my 452. And I got that in 1977. And you know what? It still works really well. Mom and Dad bought that for me when I was 13 years old. And I remember shooting skip with it all the time back in the day. I should hook it up and shoot some more skip with it. I got it hooked up to a Tram 300 Magma right here, right? So good old radio. It's got the chrome front on it and the little channel selector on it. It's got a squelch RF gain and also has the modulation light. So I'm going to try to get that realistic adapter for my microphone so then I can use this baby. And if I order from Amazon, guess what? It should be here in a few days. Thanks for joining in. Thank you, 2012. I appreciate you guys joining in the live stream. And I wasn't planning on going for an hour and 43 minutes. I was only planning on maybe going for 45 minutes. But then, you know, you kind of get wrapped up into these things. I'm talking to Tim575. He's on. So right near Vancouver, there's 3 ski hills. You can see them when you're in the city of Vancouver. They're like a short drive away. There's Cypress Bowl, Seymour Mountain, and Grouse Mountain. This guy is on top of Cypress Bowl. It's around 23 to 2,500 feet. And so it's about 40 miles northeast of our islands. So he's quite a ways away, but he's so high, he's coming in so good, right? Made up. Anyway, I'm just reading your comments here. Yeah, and I wish there was some skip rolling, and it'd be kind of cool. We could actually talk to each other, which would be even better. I smoke Cypress Bowl. Hey, I'll show you something. See this pipe? I'm going to show you this. See this pipe? I'm going to show you a picture. Show you a picture of me. See if I got the picture here. I sure hope I have the picture here. I'm going to show you something. Okay. So here's a picture taken on my birthday in 1977. Okay, so I'm going to show you something. If you can see in the background, look at on the windowsill. You see right there? See what I'm looking at? That is that pipe. That's that pipe. 1977. It was my birthday. So these were my best friends. He died about 5 years ago in a house fire. And that's me. And that's my buddy Pete. Gerald, Pete, and me. And there is the pipe right there. Pretty crazy, eh? 1977. I got that pipe in 1971. My dad gave it to me. He found it in a car. Found it in a beat-up car. Old car he was working on. Wire up yourself. All you need is 3 wires. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't want to wire it because I want to change it. I want to interchange it between different radios. So what I need an adapter, like one of these adapters. So this adapter is a 4-pin mic to the realistic, you see? So what I need is an adapter to fit that mic so it will fit. I can plug that in and then it will fit into the realistic, right? So this is a 4-pin mic to a realistic. So I'm going to need that pin mic to the realistic, and because I want to switch between radios. So let me put that back in my TRC-30A. Mother's Day. It's the 8th today. Can you believe it? It is the 8th of May. God, time flies. Where the hell does time go? I gotta put this picture back. Crazy. That is just crazy. I cannot believe where time goes. I find it goes faster as I go older. That's the problem. March 29th, 77. And, oh yeah, for here's CB Lounge. Here's a picture for you, CB Lounge. You see this picture? See this picture in 1980? There's me and my D104. Do you know what that plant is right there, CB Lounge? Right there. CB Lounge knows what that plant is. Well, I had 2 of those big plants in my bedroom right there. And that's when I was 16 years old. So isn't that a cool plant? And there's a big tomato plant for you. That one was 6 feet tall. I had vaulted ceilings in there. So there it is. There is a vintage pick, classic pick. There's the microphone, the D104. There's my DX302 receiver, TRC 458 meters. And that is a desk mic I still have too. Right? Crazy, eh? Old school. Old school. You know what? I remember when that picture was taken. It was late at night, and I just got home from work because I used to work after school. And I was shooting skip. Skip was booming in, so I was shooting some skip. That's what I was doing. I was skip shooting. So anyway, vintage pics right there. If I got lots of pics of. Show you some pics that you haven't seen. Here's one from the 70s. There's one from the 70s with that microphone right there. I'm holding my D104. That would have been about 1978. My D104, I've had it a long time. That was September 1978, that picture was taken right there. So just about 44 years ago, right? Crazy, classic. And then I'll show you a picture of one of my beam antennas I had up. There's my beam antenna right there. That's on a 30-foot tower. You were 8 in 78. You're just a kid. You're just a young'un. I was 78. I was 14, dude. I wish I was 8 in 78. I'm envious. So there's my high gain Eliminator 2 full quad beam. That's the front of the beam right there. See right there? That's 2 wires around the driver. So it's about the same dimensions as a PDL2. And I'll show you what I ran through that beam. I'm going to show you something here. I will show you. It's an old picture too. All these old vintage pics. It was a pretty good beam. It really worked good on the skip. I'll tell you that. Oh yeah. Where are we? Oh yeah. So there's another pic. So through the beam, I ran this. I ran that 600 watt linear. There's a 600 watt crisp big boomer linear right there. And you can see the happy plant right there. There's a happy plant right there. You know what? I don't have any beams right now, 2112, and I'm okay with it. Maybe one day I will get another beam. I keep talking about it, but
Just drawing up new members over in Washington.
cool. I'm just chit-chatting with some of the guys on the live stream here. Yeah. I'm not hearing anybody on Washington.
I am. I'm hitting them at 9S units.
What channel?
They went up on 38. He moved off, and we went 10-7.
Okay, cool.
Level 168, just on the other side of the border.
You know what's crazy? We're right across from Washington State. If I went across the water, I'd be in Birch Bay.
And you got a beam, you can talk right to him.
If I had a beam, yeah. But you know what? Like we are right across from Washington State. The south end of Salt Spring Island is the same latitude as Bellingham.
You often talk to Washington, man?
Yeah, I can talk to Washington State, but I'm not on 30. If on 38, I probably could hear him then.
Yeah, you call and see if he's still there.
What was his number?
168, he's up on 38. Last time I heard that, I'm not sure he went 10-7 or not.
Hang on, I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go try to talk to Washington. Happy plant. I've never had a beam. You know what? You probably get out just good with an omnidirectional. I'm happy with my omnidirectionals. I'm gonna go up to 38, see if I can get back to Washington State. How about in Washington? You in there? 791 on the side. Sounding pretty quiet out here. Let me put on my boot. How about it? Anybody out there copy this? 791. 791 Southern Gulf Islands QSX. 791 Southern Gulf Islands listening.
7-5 Vancouver, do you copy 791 Gulf Islands?
791 Southern Gulf Islands QSX. Totally quiet, super quiet in here.
He must have gone 10-7 back to 37.
Okay, I'm gonna go back 37. That's the way she goes. Happy plant, happy smoke. Well, you know what? Oh, which reminds me, I got to bring my plants in. I have them outside in the sun today, but the nights have been kind of cool, so I got to bring the plants back in. I got a bunch of plants out there. This over here. And what was I going to do? Get out some water. Snowing! Get out of here! It's not snowing there. I think are you pulling my leg? Really snowing there? No way. I'll tell you what it is here. It's sunny out, and it is 50 degrees out, 50 degrees here on the islands. I'll put my pipe back. Anyway, I had so many pipes I could have opened up a freaking head shop, but I gave them to my youngest son about, when did I give them to him? It probably was November. I had a ton of pipes. I had probably about 30 pipes, a lot of them, different ones. There we go. I found a cool one on the beach in Hawaii on Maui, and I actually mailed it back. I have it in the living room. Maybe you went for Din Din.
That's about good time for that.
Yeah. So, did you eat dinner, or are you just hanging out up there? And you just want to just talk?
My dinner is.
What is it?
Lots of Tim Hortons and coffee.
Well, I'm going to go off island on Tuesday, and I was at A&W because we don't have any fast food places here on Salt Spring Island, so we're deprived. So first stop I hit over on the Big Island is A&W, and they got a new burger out called the Ultimate Burger. Apparently, it's got deep fried pickles, and I want to try it.
You're making me hungry. I just maybe I got 2 donuts left up here, but then I may be going for dinner when I get home later.
Cool. Well, you live close by. You're in West Van, right?
Yeah, I'm fairly close. 30 kilometers.
Well, do you live 30 kilometers away?
Roger that.
Whereabouts?
For my second house.
Oh, wow. Over by Hastings.
The water side of Capitol Hill.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. I think of the P&E when I think of Second Arrows.
I think the candy floss.
Yeah, that's right.
And the donuts.
Yes, the little cinnamon donuts. The place where you spend $6 on a small bottle of water. I used to go to the P&E a lot. I used to ride that old roller coaster. When I lived in Langley, I'm talking back in the day, me and my buddy used to drive out there. I remember one summer we probably went 10 times. This was back in the early 80s. Just, we loved to ride that old roller coaster.
Like the concerts there, they were great.
Oh, I used to go to a lot of concerts in the Coliseum Gardens, Coliseum. I've never been to any rock concerts in BC Place. I used to go to the Motor Spectacular thing there, monster trucks in the BC Place, and I've been to some skateboard thing there, Skate Jam. But all my concerts were Kerrisdale Arena and then the piece in the Coliseum.
As Easy Top just played in Abbotsford.
I saw them 3 times in the Coliseum. Last time I saw them was February 1984 with Night Ranger.
That must have been good.
It was awesome. It's too bad one of the guys died there. When was it last year? Was it Dusty Hill?
I saw years ago when Dusty was still alive, the Antenna concert. That was literally mind-blowing.
Cool. That's awesome. I love their music. Last one I saw was Eliminator.
Eliminator was fantastic.
I got the man. I had the concert shirt. I had all the concert shirt. I gave all my concert shirts to my daughter several months ago. I had like 30-something concert shirts in my closet. I said, I can't wear them anymore. They don't even fit me. And like a lot of them are like brand new, so I just gave them to her.
That's awesome. Good for you, Joe.
She sent me a picture the other day wearing one of the shirts. And my daughter's 28. She loves retro stuff, so she's got lots of good concert shirts. She didn't really like the Rolling Stones one. I go, that's okay. So I still have it in my closet. I saw the Stones back in the day. So I said, I could probably sell it on eBay.
Those are collectible shirts, man. Big time.
Rip Dusty Hill. I know, because I got the concert stubs too. I could probably do a package. Concert shirt with a concert stub.
Well, the night that I was at the ZZ Top concert for the Antenna concert, it was basically a mishap happened while the opening act. And basically what it was a transmitter shack, and the opening act was for him to...
See you, Rock. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Sounds like Michael Jackson with his hair caught on fire. Holy crikey.
I wish I would have had my video camera rolling in those. They weren't allowed to bring video in.
No. You could bring in joints. You could bring in lighters and stuff, but no video cameras.
I know, so I was mind-blowing, but made the news. It made the news the next day in the paper.
Jeez, that is wild. What year was that? Take care there, Rock. That was back in the day.
You have to look at the Antenna album and figure it out.
Yeah, I sold my album collection last, I guess it was October, November. I had 700 albums. I sold them to a guy because I listen to them anymore. And they're just taking up so much room in my wall unit. I sold my turntables and everything. Like, I had an amazing record collection.
You got good money for them.
I sold them for 500. Yeah, Wendy did keep a stack of them here. She kept all my AC/DC ones. I had every Black Sabbath album, all the Led Zeppelin albums, all the Pink Floyd albums, Beatle albums. I had all that stuff.
Yeah, you're like me, a collector.
That's the thing, but what am I going to do with it all? I'm 58 years old now, and I can't keep collecting more stuff. Now I got to try downsizing.
I'm in the same position, Joe. I got a lot of albums here, and I got a dual turntable, a really nice one with an Audifone cartridge, and I still play the stuff.
It's great. I love it. I like old music, so now I just watch the videos on YouTube. So if I want to listen to something, I go to YouTube. I sold all my CDs too. I had a couple hundred of those. Sold them to a friend of mine. It's just like I got all this stuff taking up room, and now I actually got a lot more room in my man cave.
Now, what I started doing is collecting all the music DVDs. Like, I've got all the ZZ Top DVDs from way back.
That's cool. I watched their documentary. I love ZZ Top. They're such a cool band.
Burton Cummings is coming here.
I like Burton Cummings too. He's got a good voice. And when he's lead singer of the Guess Who, I don't know what he sounds like now, but he sure used to be good.
I think he's going to be on Music Fest here with a whole bunch of bands.
73s, you guys. Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I could go to a concert again. I know, that's the problem. The ferry's so freaking expensive. Like $100.
For $220, you can fly over.
Yeah, and then and then the thing is, I'd have to stay in a hotel over there too.
You never know, you have a good time for that.
I could. It'd be expensive to see a concert. Really, the concert's probably $100. Then the hotel, then the ferry. Because I don't have to worry about missing work now because I'm retired. But still, it's up there.
Everything costs money. I know the car just bringing your car out is like a yikes.
I know, and the price of gas here is $207.9 a liter.
There's 17 here today.
What a ripoff, eh?
I need a gas pump that's just connected to my car full time.
I cannot believe the price of gas. You know what I'm going to tell these guys right now. So right now, the price of gas on Salt Spring Island is around $202.08 a liter. There's how many liters are in a gallon? About just about 4, 3.5, 3.7.
That's how you convert it. Anywhere from 3.8 to 4.2, depending if you're using a imperial gallon or a U.S. gallon.
Okay, so basically we're paying about $8 a gallon.
I work it out to 9 for regular.
Oh my God! So basically we're paying $9 a gallon for gas here.
The bank wants their calendar back.
Oh my God! Isn't that's just crazy?
I went to the bank and asked for the loan.
Yeah, God, I need a loan just for gas.
You know what they said to me?
What?
No, you can't have a loan. Give us your pen back.
That's funny. Well, I'm gonna put my motorbike on the road soon. I'll put that on in June. It's just I don't like riding in cold weather, so in June I'll put my bike on the road.
That'd be more than June. Sometimes it's terribly cold in June. I know I peeled my cover off my bike the other day and just went, no, not yet.
No, and people ask me, hey, when you put your bike on the road, I says, I only license my bike for a few months. It's just more of a hobby thing for me. So I usually license it about mid-June.
That's about right. If it's cooperating, I like it July, August, September.
I like riding in warm weather. I don't like riding. I used to ride it year round, and when it's 8 degrees Celsius outside, it totally sucks.
Like, what are you going to do? Wear a snowmobile suit?
Well, that's the thing is the wind chill, man. It's cold.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. I know all about it, man.
Indiana checking in. Yeah, no. So hopefully June we'll get some good weather. Hey, one of my Indiana checking in. Who's your state? Yeah, January. Macatac,
January,
188. Somebody's just saying it's $1.88 in Niagara Falls. 188 a liter.
Now we have the highest gas prices in Western Canada and probably over the United States. We're the most expensive in Vancouver.
We are getting freaking gouged. What a crazy thing.
There's one that just bent over at the pump.
105, Mike, good to see you in there. It is a total ripoff. Oh, somebody else is in here. It's from South Carolina. We've got a bunch of people in here on this live stream. This is getting good. Dirty Diaper. Good to see you too, brother. I like your live streams. Dirty Diaper. Yeah, it's great. South Carolina is an awesome spot. And we got Indiana in there. We got Niagara. We got Reno. Well, Carson City. CB Lounge. You got to check out CB Lounge. Oh, and Dirty Diaper. Dirty Diaper 21. Believe it or not, that's his channel name. Dirty Diaper. He's got a cool channel. He does live streams. He's in South Carolina. Yeah, so he does really good. He had a really good outdoor live stream last time I checked it out. So it's kind of like those guys actually have like CB break meetings, something we used to do back in the 70s. I was kind of envious. All these guys were hanging around having fun. And I said, man, if I was closer, I'd love to have been at one of their CB breaks.
Everybody gets together at a meeting place.
Yeah, they were having fun, man. Yeah, they're Dirty Diaper. That was like the last one you guys had. It was outside. It was like some sort of CB break thing they had. Yeah, it was cool.
That's good. We'll get together out here.
Northern Wisconsin, Gail Jenkins. Good to see you in there. 429. Wisconsin's in there too. We got people from all over on this videogate live stream.
Nobody from Texas?
Anybody from Texas out there? We had Louisiana out there and Missouri. We got mostly people from the U.S. in there. I'm going to put my American flags here so you can see them. There we go. There we go for my great American friends right there. Yeah, so check out Dirty Diaper 21, his channel, YouTube channel, videogates.
Write it down.
Yeah. I'm giving you a plug there, Dirty Diaper. CB Lounge, good to see you. And Low Country Mud Duck CB break. That's cool. I love, I used to go to those things. Gail, hope all is well in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin. Cool. Pam's in Wisconsin. She's usually in my live streams here, but she's not in here today. I'll be listening for you out there in Skipland, Gail. CB Lounge, Dirty Diaper 21, Mike, Indiana, Mac Attack. If you get a radio, I'll be listening for you too. Listen for everybody out there in Skip Land. So after I do this live stream, I'm going to go onto Amazon and see if I can get me an adapter then. So then I can hook it up to my TRC-30A. So the TRC-30A, I worked some Skip on channel 6 with it, believe it or not.
Really, that's good.
The big boys. I pulled it out of the basement. I hooked it up to the IMAX 2000, and I had a guy come back to me. One of those big strappers down there on 6 actually heard me on my old TRC-30A.
It's awesome. I want to find a 451.
A 451?
Yeah.
That's sideband, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the wood grain one?
Yeah.
Oh, my buddy had that. Okay, that's the one my friend had. His name was the Forest Ranger, lived in White Rock, and he had a 3-element side Yagi Radio Shack beam up about 80 foot on a tower. Everywhere. I remember I'd go see him back in the day. I used to talk to him, and I couldn't believe it. This antenna that high up in a tower. He had a TRC 451 barefoot. Never had any power. I think he had a desk mic. I think he had a preamp, a Radio Shack desk mic. But man, did he get out!
What was his location?
White Rock.
He'd be able to talk to, like, was his backyard?
Yeah, it was near Ocean Park. He lived, but he used to talk to Japan all the time. Like Japan used to be coming in lots in the early 80s, and he'd be talking to Japan on AM.
What?
Japan used to come in like crazy on AM, dude.
I never listened to him because most of the idiots on there I couldn't stand listening to.
Yeah, it was at nighttime. So when the US skip would fade out, Japan would be booming in 8, 9S units. And I remember listening to him just talk to these guys in Japan. Any of the ones that would speak English would get back to him.
Oh, crazy stuff, man.
I couldn't get back to them on AM. I could get back to them on sideband. I talked to Japan, but I could not get back to them on AM. But he did.
Hard to talk to England.
Yeah, England I've talked to before, but that was on sideband.
You have to have almost a beam for that, eh?
Yeah, I've talked to them on my IMAX. I got video gates of me talking to England. I got video gates from 10 years ago of me talking lots of places in Europe on my ground planes.
Time of night were they coming in?
Was it at nighttime? No, it was in the daytime. It would have been December, probably about 9 or 10 years ago. Probably, I'm guessing maybe noon, 1 o'clock. I've talked to Italy on my ground plane before. You know the farthest I've ever talked on my half-wave ground plane when I was a kid? The Faroe Islands.
The heck is that?
I've talked to Faroe Islands. I've talked to Australia on my half-wave too. Faroe Islands is between Iceland and Scotland.
Oh, wow. Way up north, okay.
Yeah, they send me QSL cards too. I couldn't believe it. I still got them. I still have the cards.
That's awesome.
I've got all the QSL cards that were sent to me over the years. I got tons of them. I actually did a video on it one time. I did a video of the very first QSL card I ever got in 1977. It was a guy in Louisiana I talked to. And his name was Short Change in Enns, Louisiana. So, I'm going through my box of QSL cards because I still have them all in the original envelopes. I used a letter slicer to open them.
I remember about 25, 30 years ago, I had quite the setup at home, and basically I remember talking to Scotland and England, and I was blown away that I could actually get to talk to them, but I couldn't remember what time of day they were on because it was like they're 14 hours ahead or something.
Yeah, they're up there ahead of us. And but if Mother Nature's on your side, it's pretty amazing where you can talk.
I talked to them on, I think, 22 months.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there too. That's very cool. I'll tell you one time, I was talking to a buddy of mine. This was back in 1981. And he lived in Langley and Brookswood. I was in South Langley. We were just having a local conversation down on 26535. I think it was 26535. So we were on the free band. We were really low. We were like 40 channels below channel 1. And I'm talking to this guy, and I had my beam up, and I'm talking to my buddy, and but I was talking to him on my super penetrator. I had a high gain penetrator up to talk local, and I could hear somebody talking in the background. We're on AM, okay? My radio's putting out about maybe 2.5 watts that low. That when I was that low on the frequency, right? it would lose some power. So on my TRC 452, strictly AM, but I got the lower freaks in it. So I'm talking to him, and I can hear somebody. I says, "Hey, Sven, I can hear somebody talking there. Can you hear?" He says, "Yeah, I can hear them very faintly." So I switched over to my beam, and I start turning my beam around, and I bring these guys up to about 4, maybe 4.5 units as I swung it southwest. And they weren't moving the needle at all, like before I was on my beam. So I called for them out there, and they were in New Zealand.
That's great, man. That's a good power. When you have the beam like that, flat side, right?
Yeah, we had a high gain full quad beam. I went on the flat side. I talked to them for probably about 15 minutes with him. He could hear me talking to them, but they couldn't hear him. He was on a 0.64 Radio Shack on a TRC 452 as well, and they sent me QSO cards. So I worked, I worked New Zealand on about 2.5 watts on AM.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. I've never really dealt with it. I stay away from AM. It's not something I enjoy. Sidebands.
Dirty diaper, catch you later, buddy. Oh, Dallas is in there too. Yeah, no, I talk lots of sideband too, but lately I've been shooting a lot of AM skip because I just like the challenge. Just to see if I can get out barefoot.
If I had a beam, I'd probably do the same, but I don't.
No, and I got to get a beam too. I'm talking about getting a beam. One of these days I will get a beam. Good to see you in there, Dallas.
Guys, they like the AM side, for some conversations, but I mean, mostly sideband because we got the power and clarity.
Well, it is a lot clearer here too, right? You know, the thing is, it's like listening to, let's just see, we'll go back to the old radio stations, 14C Fun or CKLG AM over Rock 101 or CFox, right? It's a lot clearer to listen to FM.
I used to broadcast off of CFun.
Do you remember CFun Radio with Anas Dukas? Did you work there?
Yeah.
Cool. I remember listening to CFun. That was the radio station I listened to back in the 70s.
You ever heard Saturday Night Graffiti?
Yes. And remember the guy in there called Anas Dukas?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was back in the day. I don't think Terry David Mulligan was on there though.
It's all recorded stuff. Saturday Night Graffiti. I used to run the board and do the shows on Saturday night.
Good to see you in there, Dallas. Totally awesome. That's so cool. Right on. It'd be fun to be a radio broadcaster. I was the weatherman here at our radio station.
That was just a part-time gig for a friend of mine. So, I just do a couple of shows. It was easy. We had cards. I don't know if you know what a card is.
No, I don't.
Like an 8-track, only it's made high-tech or real high quality.
That's cool. 8 tracks. Oh my God. Talking about those the other day. Some of these young guys don't even know what an 8-track is.
These are broadcast quality. They're called cards. CARTS.
Cool. Then the cassettes came. Cassettes are a thing of the past. CDs are a thing of the past. That's cool.
Basically, what we had is, we had a playlist. It wasn't computerized back in those days on CFun, so I had to follow the schedule and plug the cards and, all the pods and sliders and keep everything equal across the board. Yeah, it's a bit of work.
That is super cool. Well, you know what? On my school bus, on my drive to and from a school in the school bus, that's all the bus driver would play. His name was Herbie. And the Herbie, the bus driver, he'd only have CFun on. That's it.
Those are the days, my friend.
That was back in the 70s. That was, I'm talking 1976 to like 1980. He would just have, it was just CFun.
I only used to do it one night a week, but it was fun.
I like doing that stuff. It's great. I did the weather here twice a week. I was the weather guy for our radio station I think our radio station lasted about 5 years. Then an off-island guy bought it and ran it into the ground.
Well, good experience if you know how to run the board.
There's some things that are maybe a little bit complicated for me to work. So I let them run the board and they would just call me and I would just do the weather.
Took me a while to learn the board, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, there's lots of too many switches and knobs, right?
Well, the equalization is already set on the board. You don't have to touch the equalization, but what you do have to mind is keep in mind you're on a large, broadcast amplified tower, and you don't want to push over VU, right? So you got to maintain stuff, right?
Well, I think they put out, what's a radio station put out? Some of them put out like 100,000 watts.
CFun was, I think, 90,000.
That's unbelievable. And then you look at KSW Seattle, I think they're over 100,000.
One in Mexico that's over 1 million.
What, in Mexico?
Yes, sir.
1 million watts. Holy crap. Hear that? 1 million watts.
Like a global.
Shannon Sharp. Did you work? Yes, I worked with Rebecca Shannon Sharp.
I don't think the birds are alive around there anymore.
Somebody just asked me if I worked with Rebecca Shannon Sharp. Yeah, I didn't actually work with her, but I know who she worked at CFF. CFMI 107 FM on Salt Spring Island. That was our radio station, CFMI 107 FM.
Yeah. I did memory music off Broad Street downtown too.
That's cool. Where was Seafun? Was it on 1006 Richards or that was the Fox?
Their studio was in Kitsilano.
Oh, it was in okay. 1006 Richards Street was the Fox.
That's correct, yeah. And then they moved up into the TD Tower.
I used to listen to Fox before it was the Fox. It was just called FM 99.
That's correct.
I remember when I was at the 1980 Abbotsford Air Show, the Fox was there. They were there. The crew was there giving out stickers, and the sticker was shaped like a little fox, and it said Sea Fox on it. And I got one. I put it on the back window of my Nova.
Used to have a 99 Fox Shagger wagon.
Cool. I also remember at the Coronet movie theater on Granville Street. It was the world premiere of Heavy Metal, the movie. I was there, and the crew and the big Fox mascot was there handing out albums.
They kept those.
I know, it was handing out Heavy Metal albums. It was 99 cents to get into that movie.
That sounds like fun. It reminds me of the Rocky Horror pictures.
Oh, yeah. That was back in the 70s.
I know. What a great show.
It was. It was awesome. Joe, you were talking about getting a
With Cheech and Chong.
Mako V-Quad. Yes, V-Quad would be good. Cheech and Chong. I had all their albums. You know that? I sold all their albums with my album collection. My favorite one was like Los Chinchinos, where you open up the door of the car and had all the stuff hiding in the door. Yeah, then there was the Wedding album. Then I had Big Red. Oh, God. It was just like, yeah, Big Bamboo. I had Big Bamboo. Yeah, then there was Sleeping Beauty. That was the red one. Sleeping Beauty. Oh, my God. Those guys are funny.
Hilarious. I think the best part of it is like when the van catches on fire, it all starts drifting in.
Oh, my God. Nice Dreams.
The only thing is it was illegal today.
That was nice. Yeah, that was Nice Dreams. And, well, they did a bunch of movies, those guys. They did a few movies.
Then there's Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yeah, they were like, I had their album, too. That was right. Hoser. I remember that was like in the early 80s. Oh, my God.
Take off to the great wide north, take off. It's a beauty way to go.
That was yeah. They used to be on SCTV, I think.
That's right.
That was it, because I remember people would be doing that. We'd be skiing up at Blackcomb back in the early 80s, and people would always do that. And then there was Eugene Levy was in SCTV. Do you ever watch the series Schitt's Creek?
Man, we're born the same era.
I'm 58.
60.
Still a young guy. Yeah, when was Wendy? My wife's 62. So she's even got a few more memories than I do.
The days, man. Kids have no idea how fun we had.
It's true, man. Growing up in the 80s was fun. Hey, I had a V-Quad back in the Big D, back in the 70s. Somebody was saying to me I should get a V-Quad. And, you know, my very first Beam I had in the 1970s was actually a V-Quad.
I gotta go and stretch my legs again here, Joe. My legs fall asleep. I'll be back. We're like, 8 minutes away from check-in time.
Okay, I'm going to go read some comments.
Right.
Okay, so Big D. Yeah, V-Quads are great. Mako V-Quad. And there's also, I talked to a guy in Ohio one time, and he said he had a 2-element smoking gun. Beam. Small beam, and man, did it get out good. DD21, cheers. Everyone have a great night. Catch you on the radio, Dirty Diaper. I appreciate you coming in there. And it's good to see Dallas in there. Sorry there's no Skip floating in right now. We don't have any Skip coming in. This is a local guy. Well, I consider him local. He's over in Vancouver, about 40 miles to the northeast of us, up in a mountain. He's up on Cypress Bull Mountain, and there's a check-in pretty soon. And he says I should get a number. I should get a Radio Canada number, so that's what I got to do. Anyway, the V-Quad I had worked pretty good. A guy actually made it for me. With lots of water. Okay, so anyway, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this live stream for. Let me just flip around the dial and see what's going on the 11-meter band. Anyway, Mac Attack. I know Rebecca Shannon Sharp, and you can see some of my radio. Let's just see. I'll put a link to one of my broadcasts here. Let's just see. And you can see a link to me talking on the radio doing the weather. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to show you. I got lots of clips of me on the radio, and lots of them when I'm in the radio. Actually, let's see. Where was... I know I got a picture of us. There it is. Here's a picture of us in the radio room. Can you see now? I don't know if you can see that. There's me at the microphone. There's Dave Rowland beside me. That's at the CFI. And then there's Dave Gordon. So Dave, there's me right there with the microphone. There's Dave Rowland beside me, one of the local Hawaiians. And there's Dave Gordon over there. So it's not the greatest picture, but that's at CFMI radio right there. Big Dave. Yeah. So there we are in the radio room right there. And I was doing the weather. So I'll get a clip for you. I got lots of radio, lots of CFSI radio stuff on here. CFSI. Okay. That for you here. Here you go, man. Here's one of my radio days right here, broadcasting FM, CFSI right there. So there's a link for you. Yeah, there's lots of them on here, tons of them. This was, God, and I'm eating a banana, March 29th, 2013. There it is right there. You can check that out. Like I say, there's a ton of them on here. I'll get another one for you. Here's one where I'm coming over the radio station. Looks like the stream kind of died for a bit. I'm going to turn this down a bit. It's noisy. Oh, we due north, a little east, northeast skip. I did get a QSO with mower junkie, yep. For nearly 10. That's pretty cool. Right on, Dallas.
When we see the stop sign and the red light, stop. Yeah. And if you really can to watch, because it's scooching around and it's like,
that's not a good one. Hang on, let me find a better one. CFSI weather forecast. Okay, here's a better one for you. Here's another link doing a forecast coming over the radio.
Did they realize that? Bill, you there? And he's not there. Hold on. I'm gonna take him back, and I'm gonna. Bill, wait, you're not down, and I'm. Oh, just like Bill, are you there? I can hear him. Sounds like he's walking. So put you through again, and we're just gonna monologue. Okay, so that's what we're doing. The clear sky coming in more.
Okay, there's my radio. There's the weather forecast for you. So anyway, if you want Mac Attack, if you want to see CFSI stuff, go to this channel and go to the search and just put CFSI radio in, and it'll come up. CFMI. Is it CFMI? It's not CFSM. It's CFSI. It's CFSI. And maybe on Banana JSSI on my other channel, you can probably see radio stuff too. There's a lot. I have a lot of radio stuff on here. Let's see what else we got here. Good Friday. On location. It is September 21st today, and this is your CFSI radio station, 5th year anniversary. 107.9 FM. There you go, Mac Attack. Here's some vintage stuff for you to see right there. Eating a banana, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of videos here, Mac Attack. Rada's in there. See what else is in there. I'll see what I have. Banana Joe's. Here we go. Here's another one here. One sec. I'm just going to give you a couple links so you can watch some stuff. If you like vintage stuff. This.
Hello, you're listening to QSO. Turn volume up.
Here's another one for you. He is 80 miles from Ontario. Black Cat 366. Have a good night, Joe. Mike, take care. Mike Donham, QRT 73s to you, buddy. And thanks for joining in the videogate live stream.
We're going to get some sunshine, and it's going to be up to around 9 or 10 degrees today. So I think it's going to be a nice day. You know, yesterday it wasn't even that bad. It's light sprinkle here and there, but we can keep.
Okay, there's a weather forecast. And like I say, there's lots of them on Banana JSSI. Anyway, guys, I should roll because I'm going to go grab some stuff to eat. I need some more stuff to eat. And I'm going to check in. I'm going to grab me a number here. I'm going to grab me a number here. I'm going to try to get a Radio Canada number here off this check-in. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mac Attack. I'm glad you like the old school stuff. Like I say, I have a ton of them there. Just check out, just search CFSI Radio on either this channel or my other channel, and you'll find some. See you, Big D. Take care there, buddy. 73s to you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for dropping some info. And yeah, quad beams are awesome. You can't go wrong with a quad beam. Like I say, my very first beam I had was a 2-element V quad. I can hear him in there. I don't know where he has his beam pointed, though. All right, 73s to you, Big D. 2 hours, 29 minutes. This is a pretty long live stream. So anyway, I guess I'll pull the plug. I'm going to try to get back to these guys up island. They're on the Big Island. And see if I can get me a Radio Canada number. So we'll listen for you out there in DX land when the DX is rolling in. He's doing a check-in on the wrong channel. Great to see Dallas. Take care, buddy. He's supposed to be doing a check-in on channel 40. He's on channel 38. Let's go to 40. They're run 40 now. Turn that off. So the guy that's checking in, people, he's about 60 miles north of me on the island, on the big island. All right, Mac Attack. Have a good one. Check out some of those old videos. You might enjoy them. Some of the old CFSI radio videos. And like I say, I used to enjoy doing the weather out there. All right, you take care and have a good one. And we'll be listening for you out there in Skipland. All right, cheers. And have a good night, everybody. It's still sunny out here. And the time is 8:05 and sun is shining off those trees. You got to like it. Yeah, have a good night there, Mac Attack, Dallas, Big D, and everybody else out there in Skipland. We will talk to you all later and hope to get you in another videogate live stream here. Like I say, if I hear you out there and make contact with you, we will put you on a videogate. Dallas is in lots of my videogates. All right, and there's actually probably a few more I still got to upload. All right, take care, guys, and enjoy the evening. Bye for now.